Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. A couple of videos today. We are going to do one that I talked about for a while now, a budget distributor video. So a lot of the questions I get and things I see when I do Team Build Tuesday and other Team Build questions is like, hey, should I sacrifice like a fourth line of like bronze or silver cards for synergies? No, absolutely not. And the people that tell you that are probably already fantastic at the game. Like if you are an incredible player at NHL, you can have a fourth line that's bronze cards and get away with it. If you are an average player, if you are in Div 2 and Div 3 and below, there is no way you're going to get away with having a fourth line, because the second they get out there, especially if you have auto line change on, anyone that has a decent team, I'm talking like 85s and above, are just going to roast you down the wing senseless, so I do not recommend it. So that begs the question, how do we get distributor and how do we get it cheaper, and what is the most effective way to get distributor? So that is what today's video is going to be about. Couple things that I want to discuss. So first is, do not try and hammer in and get distributor before you have Mario Lemieux, okay? If you don't have Mario Lemieux on your team, which everyone should, he is the best card in the game, he is the easiest to make because he's guaranteed, you need to get him first, because his card is elite, gives you one to distributor and howitzer, and it's going to get you on your way. There's no reason to try and spend all of these extra coins, because these cards that I'm going to give you are not worth what they are going for, but they are the best bang for the buck when you compare all of the other ones. Then Mario Lemieux, they are not. So this whole video, get Mario first, then worry about distributor. If you don't have Mario, then just make sure all of your players, like I did in my free-to-play team, have howitzer as well as speedster, one of the two, and you'll be fine. All right, so Lemieux is one. That's one off the board. You got 9 more to go. Fiddler, so the coach, he goes for about 30, 40K on the auction house. Here's the thing. Do not buy him until you have 7 players. There is no reason to spend 40,000 coins when he is not going to activate the synergy for you. So that is always going to be your last purchase. All right, guys? So don't go out spending all your money on the coach first, and now you've got to save up for all the players and whatnot. Do it the opposite way, okay? So make sure that you have the 7 players, or the 6, including Lemieux, to get Fiddler. So that right there is 4 to distributor. Then your 2 goaltenders. I'm going to show you the goaltenders I think you should get. One of them can be bronze as your backup. That's fine. Your starter needs to have distributor as well. So that gives you 6 right off the bat. So you just need 4 players to complete your lineup to get distributor activated without really hurting your team. So these are the 4 players. I'm going to give you 5 roughly. No, I'm going to give you 4. Sorry. I'm going to give you 4 and a couple options at goaltender that you should go after and chase. All the other ones, whether it be low 80s, even if they have decent speed, I think Rasmussen is one with distributor and whatnot, I still wouldn't recommend it, man. Their shots are terrible. Their defensive stats are bad. So again, like I never suggest railroading your team for synergies. It's just not worth it for 3 speed everyone. It is something that's noticeable and something that everyone should chase after. As distributor is very valuable, but not. I would much rather have a far better card than having +3 speed on, like, you know, my 4th liners. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. So here are the 4 players that I would go after for their current cost in NHL 21 that won't break the bank. So let's get into it. 84 Guy Carbonneau with distributor, obviously. The reason why this card is so valuable, well, first, he's going for 50K. You can make them, obviously, with gold collectibles and do that, or sorry, gold cards, and try to pull them in that set. There is, I think, 6 or 7 84, so there's a chance that you don't get them. But for 50K, this is a very valuable card. With distributor, gets up to 86 speed. His shot, again, not very good, but he has 87 faceoffs, which makes him very valuable, especially for a team, you know, that is lower end, lower tiered. This is a perfect 4th line center for you that can actually win a draw. You can put out there on the penalty kill, and it's not going to, again, railroad your team. His shot is pretty crap, but again, it's the shot isn't really what you're worried about when it comes to centerman. Obviously, you want to get, you know, face-offs is the most important. And again, for 50K, can't go wrong with the 84 Guy Carbonneau. Then we've got the Dave Taylor Duo Alumni card, the 85 overall with distributor. Goes for about 45 to 50K right now. Shot is actually pretty good for a winger. 86 wrist shot accuracy, 88 power. With distributors, passing puck control gets up to 89 as well. Speed at 86 is nothing crazy, but again, it's at least decent, you know what I mean? It's enough and usable, plus his stick checking and defensive awareness is really good at 88 overall, so you can get by with this, and again, not a bad card at all, especially with that shot off the wing, and again, it won't cost you, a terrible amount. So 45 to 50K for Dave Taylor, a good buy to get Distributor activated. Okay, this one makes no sense to me. The Team of the Week, Victor Olofsson, going for 30K is a phenomenal buy, not just for Distributor, but honestly just an overall card. So his speed gets up to 89, his wrist shot accuracy and power is at 87 and 88. Defensively, it's not, ideal. 85 stick checking isn't bad. 84 defensive awareness could be better. But still, the speed combined with the shot at 83 overall for 30K with Distributor is just an absolute for sure buy and one of the better values in the entire game when it comes to synergies. So this is a definite one. I have a feeling this will probably go up, guys. Hopefully not because of this video, but people are going to start realizing that this is a pretty good card. So anything under 30K is a for sure buy. So a great value here in Victor Olofsson. Lastly, the 83 Dougie Hamilton. Now, this card is going for about 55, 60K. You could get Slavin, that's 30K, but he's on the left side, obviously. And his speed is a little bit lower. This card is extremely valuable just because with Distributor he gets up to 87. His shot is decent at 87, 81 slap shot power, as well as defensively, Dougie Hamilton is fantastic at 6'6", 229. He's going to be able to be a force in his own zone. This is a really good card, but if you are looking for the cheaper version here, Slavin would be the way to go, and that would, again, round out your forward and defenseman to get Distributor without absolutely hammering one of your bottom lines in your team. So a good value here again, but again, it's going to depend on what's available, as there just isn't a lot of these on the market. So I wouldn't pay anything more than 60 for Dougie Hamilton, but Slavin is available for 30K. We're looking at goaltenders, and again, your backup could be just a bronze. It doesn't matter as long as they have Distributor. Whatever is the cheapest, just search the auction house for any bronze or silver goaltender that has Distributor and put one in. Like, that's very easy. So the base Vasilevsky, he's really hit or miss. Again, 891 aggression is awfully high. It means that he comes out a little bit more. The one-timers are going to be easier to score on him. And on a breakaway, he comes out so far that against anyone half decent, it's an automatic goal. So keep that in mind. However, he is bottom barrel in price. He's extremely cheap and would be the best cheap option to go with just because of value. And again, goaltenders, it's going to depend on your defensive play more than the actual player, but he is the cheapest bang for your buck. Alternative that I've seen so far would be the Darcy Kemper. Again, he's going for a little bit more in the auction house, the Team of the Week version. He is much bigger, like 21K for him. But he does have good aggression at 80 overall, and then all of his other stats are right around 85. As the game goes on, the cards that are above 6'3" are going to get worse and worse because I believe their rebound control, shot recovery, 5-hole, and speed are capped based on how tall they are. So as the progression goes up, those stats stay at that capped rate, and they can't go any higher, which means that later on in the game you'll see the 6' to 6'3" kind of meta for goaltenders kind of take over. But this is a fine card, and I've heard good things about him for 20K, not bad. The other option would be the alumni Davidson, but he plays stand-up, and I've seen stand-up goaltenders get absolutely wrecked low blocker side or low far side, so I would choose between Darcy Kemper and Vasilevsky. So guys, that is going to do it for my cheap Distributor video. Again, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Again, obviously it does cost quite a few coins, but I just super don't want a lot of players, especially the ones that are in the higher divisions, and I mean higher by like 5, 6, 7, or 8, to be just absolutely cratering their teams or an entire line just to get a synergy activated. I wouldn't recommend it. Again, like when they get caught out, it's going to be awfully tough. You've got to play way different, and it's just better to slowly build it up. But again, guys, so the formula is there. Get Lemieux, then get all of the other guys, Olofsson specifically, Carbonneau, Taylor, Slavin, or Hamilton, and then your goaltenders with Fiddler, and you're all good to go. So let me know if this helps, guys. I'll probably do an updated one in about a month or so as new events and whatnot come out, but I hope this helps, and I'll see you guys next time.